Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to this stream of Farley's Far East. We have so much to talk about, but obviously I've been speaking Chinese all day, and I need to make sure that my mind is switched into English. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Hello everybody. Nice to see all of you, which I think is 0 people right now. let me make sure I post this. Let me make sure I post this, everyone. You know what? Screw it. What are you doing?
Sorry, I was trying to get in. It's not 0 people.
Starting now. Sorry, I should have done that before we started. I was recording some music, guys. Nice to see all of you, all 6 of you that are here. Nice to see you.
That's nice. There's 6 of them.
Hey, man. A good entertainer will treat 6 people like there's 6,000 people. Hey, you have a kind of good phone call.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little mun in here. Nice to see you guys. Your boy's been recording music all day. I'm actually in a pretty terrific mood. 1, because I was able to record a song that I'm really excited about. But 2, because in order to finish recording that song, I had to smoke a little ganja. Since I can't monetize this channel anyway, I can just be very open and tell you guys that not for every song will I smoke weed, but I will. No, I will smoke weed every song, but not in the beginning. I'll first do it sober until I feel like I can't go any longer, and then I'll smoke a little marijuana. So hopefully that doesn't impact my 状态. Yo, let's hear some rough mixes. I really wanted to show you guys some rough mixes. I have the rough mix. No, I can't listen to it. I gotta hold it onto it. I'm gonna do this one. This is a cover. Okay, this is a Chinese cover that I'm doing. Before we get into today's topic, which is Mr. Li Keqiang, let's briefly update on what the F Lila Farley is doing. I recorded a verse of a cover that is not the same beat as the original song, but it's the same lyrics on a different beat, and I've changed it basically completely. It's for my boy Nicho, which is Safe Landing's rap group lead singer. His name is Nicho, which in English is Nicho is what? What is a Nicho in English? Like a beetle or something?
No, Nicho is like a.
It's like a frog?
No. It's like a sea snake, but it's not like.
Wait. Let's look this up.
It's a mudfish.
Oh, it's a mudfish. Sorry, guys. If you've played Pokemon Gold and Silver, then it probably looks something like a mudkip. Anyway, that's the name of my favorite Chinese rapper. I have my last English video that I'm going to do where it's all English. I'm going to put it on my Lila Farley channel. That's going to come up in the next 2 weeks. You guys can look out for that. And it's going to be a very simple title. Who's the best Chinese rapper alive? Or the best Chinese rapper alive? By Chinese here, obviously, I mean the Chinese language. Who's the best Chinese rapper alive? And I break it down. It's going to be like a 20-minute video. And in order to support how much I love this guy, I'm going to cover his song. And I'm going to take that cover to Taiwan. I'm going to go in the streets of Taiwan and rap for some people. 你在做什么呢？我一直在写歌词，每天都盼望着灵感给情感找个托词。凡事要讲究方法，那就用缓兵之计。看一部电影，听2首歌，以节奏王之意，用无数的角度来描述的诗意，无法措辞的我消化。Okay, I heard. Jay, you like, yeah, Song Yueting, right?
Life struggle.
I know who it is. Life Struggle. I know who he is. Dude, he was like the first rap I heard in Chinese. It was like, all right, this is pretty solid. But he's dead. He is dead. What's up? Mudfish frog, yes. Do you wake and bake? No, Andrew. On my days off, which at this point in my life, guys, I'm like taking like 1 day off a week. But can it really count as 1 day, China? Can it really count as 1 day if I still am doing shit during that day? I don't think there's a single day during the week where I'm just like, yo, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to wake up, smoke a bunch of weed, and not do work. Because I've woken on my days off. I'll wake and not right away bake, but bake maybe in the afternoon. But by the nighttime, I'm back on my computer. I'm responding to fucking emails, or I'm trying to cut like a short or do subtitles or some bullshit. Dude, that's the thing about being a YouTuber. It's like you can work all the time if you want. If you're your own boss, you could just work all the fucking time. This is the first time I visited this channel of yours, but I've been subscribed to your main channel for quite a while. Wandering Mind, of course I know that. Of course I know that you've been not only a subscriber, but also a supporter, a patron, which we have no way to give everybody the link to that here because my channel's not monetized yet. I think it's Jay Chill. What's your opinion on Higher Brothers? Oh, before we get into today's main topic, should we dip our toes into Higher Brothers? I'm assuming everybody knows who Higher Brothers is. Higher Brothers is a group, so even though it's Higher Brothers, because they're one singular group, we should say, I assume everybody knows who Higher Brothers is, right? Made in China. Higher Brothers, you know what? Let me pull up a video of Higher Brothers. Yes, the best one they ever did. All right, obviously we can't listen to it because then it's gonna hit the copyright claim very quickly, and this stream will get taken off because obviously I can't get demonetized when I'm not monetizing it, but it could be taken off the internet. So this is Higher Brothers. Okay, see these guys in there? There we are. Now, see, Higher Brothers has two lead singers who I really like. One of them is that fat guy, and the other one is this guy whose name is Ma Sui. And I think Ma Sui you could put in the top 3 of Chinese rappers of all time. If any of you want to hear one of the best Chinese raps I've ever heard in my freaking life, listen to the song that Andrew Lee has mentioned here. Lao Shan Dao Shi is Ma Sui. And I think it's maybe one of the best Chinese songs. It's definitely top 3 I've ever heard, rap songs. And all those ciphers from Chengdu Jituan, I'm not a huge fan, honestly. I'm much more of like a kind of like old school, kind of flowy type of hip hop listener and rapper myself. All right, anyway, we just wanted to bring up Higher Brothers real quick because I wanted to tell you, I think the Fat Kid and Ma Sui are incredibly talented. The rest of them, you know, I think they're not bad, but let's be honest, the rest of them don't speak Mandarin very well. Right? Am I wrong? Have you heard the other guys?
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have. One of them has. You've heard him before. The other guy's in Higher Brothers. Yes. Yes, but I can't understand a word he says when he raps. A word. And I listen to rap a lot, and I can understand a lot of Chinese rap. And he just kind of has rough translation. I like the Chinese element in that. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Lao Shan Dao Shi. I also love that song. All right, let's get into a little bit of Li Keqiang. Today's hot topic. Li Keqiang. Should we mourn his loss? Or is he, we just got a lot brighter here. Should we mourn his loss? How much should we mourn his loss? And what is the appropriate way to mourn his loss? Right? It's a hard question to answer. And I think what's really important, yes, Dustin's right. His name's Ma Sui. I think what's really important to note is that just like Palestine and Israel, it's not a clear-cut black and white, you can easily just retweet the picture of a black square and you support Black Lives Matter type of issue, okay? It's a little bit more nuanced. And I think the fact that we are so desperate for any sign of hope coming out of the Chinese Communist Party that you'd be willing to overlook some seriously glaring faults actions or lack thereof from people like Li Keqiang or Jiang Zemin, right? Previous Chinese leaders, things that they did that were not so cool. Like, for example, Tiananmen Square, 1989, June 4th. How much should we divide the responsibility for such an atrocity? Right? Is Li Keqiang, is there nobody in the Communist Party, ruling Communist Party, that we can mourn the loss of or even be thankful for their existence as long as they were a part of the Communist Party during Tiananmen Square? That's the first question. That's like the first filter, right? Because I think the clear answer is no. I think that if you really go through what went on with Tiananmen Square, it's very difficult to not paint with a broad brush and kind of blame the entire system as it was run by the single Communist Party. Now, someone like Li Keqiang, who at the time was not high up at all. Let's look it up. Let's look up what Li Keqiang was during Tiananmen Square. That's really the first question here. What was Mr. Li doing? Li Keqiang did not contribute a lot to the Chinese society. Matter of fact, he was probably the least powerful premier of all the CCP. The reason he is missed is because of his symbolic importance. Wandering mind, you are absolutely correct in my mind. I completely agree with that. Now let's explore what this means. Let's explore what wandering mind means here. Even if we are lowering our standards and saying, okay, what was he doing during Tiananmen Square? Oh, he wasn't even in office yet. He wasn't even a first secretary of the Communist League of China. Oh, he was appointed a Communist Youth League right here, Secretariat in 1985. In 1988, he returned to Peking University for graduate studies. So he was in Beijing at university during Tiananmen Square? Damn, that's a fucking plot twist there. I did not expect to find that. Anyway, I tend to lean with Wandering Mind in saying that the only value that Li Keqiang really offered was what he said. Okay, during periods of Xi Jinping so shamelessly lying and saying he was like George Bush on that aircraft carrier saying that we won, the war was over, and then our war lasted like 11 more years. Xi Jinping did the same thing where he said, we beat poverty. We did it. We won the war on poverty. We kicked the shit out of it. And then Xi Jinping comes out, Li Keqiang comes out literally like weeks later, maybe even days, saying there's still 600 million Chinese people living on 1,000 yuan or less a month, which 1,000 yuan is like what, 130 bucks? It's nothing. So he undermined Xi Jinping's one of his biggest propaganda projects, which was I alleviated poverty, stability over justice. They govern us properly. Okay. Babe, it's a classic case of highway robbery, but when you fight back, they respond with atrocity. So Li Keqiang saying something like that immediately makes him a figure in the anti-CCP circles, right? Because what he represents is undermining Xi Jinping, and what he represents is pissing Xi Jinping off. And with that, let us go to today's first really video. Okay, we poked our heads in on what was going on with the Higher brothers, but for real, this is what we want to watch. A video that I find extremely fascinating. Let's set the scene here. This is Xi Jinping, okay, and the standing Politburo in the Politburo has a meeting, okay? This is the host. I should know his name. What's this guy's name? Do you know his name? Anyway, he's a part of the standing Politburo, I believe. It's not important. You have basically the top, I don't know, maybe 35, 40 guys. Oh, no, that's probably a lot more. Yeah, the old guy. Oh, Liu He. Oh, yeah, Liu He. Okay. Liu He is what? What's his position? Head of state.
Let me see.
Head of state. Oh, no, Fu Zongli, vice chairman. Anyway, he's hosting an event for the Politburo and the standing Politburo.
Vice premier of the China.
Okay, he was the vice premier who's hosting this event. In the front, we have Li Keqiang, we have Xi Jinping, and we have the rest of the standing Politburo. And just watch what happens. First, Xi Jinping's being introduced, okay? And then Li Keqiang is going to be introduced. Let's see what happens here.
书记、国家主席、中央军委主席习近平同志。
Okay, real quick. So Xi Jinping gets this wonderful applause, right? Which, by the way, you guys, I hosted so many events as a white monkey, so many of them here in LA where they were government sponsored. I can't tell you how much money I made off of One Belt, One Road, okay? Because One Belt, One Road was Xi Jinping's like number one project when he came into office. And so they were spending so much money on events abroad, including here in LA, which your boy hosted. And events like that, as well as many others that were sponsored by the Chinese government, I would always, my biggest value that I would bring to those events is they would give me the VIP list. Do you guys know what the VIP list is? Have you guys ever been invited to VIP when you went clubbing in China? I don't have any sympathy for the Chinese inability to pronounce V because it exists in Chinese dialects, okay? Shanghainese has it. Right? It's there. Chinese people just say VIP. I'm saying VIP. When I have to read the VIP's names, who are all government officials in various, like tourism bureau and like whatever, those guys all hear a white monkey with pretty damn good Chinese say their name at an event with like 300 people. And you know what they do? They go like this. They go like this. They go. They pretend like they're not fucking creaming their pants. But I assure you, the amount of face that these guys feel in that moment is enough to at least give them a homer, a rock hard homer. You know what a homer is?
Homer, no.
Half boner. It's pretty good, huh? To at least give them a homer, okay? He's like, I'm VIP 中的最 VIP. I'm the most VIP. VIP means nothing. VIP sounds cooler. Dude, I should get a fucking t-shirt with that on it. VIP. Okay, so I know this feeling that Xi Jinping is experiencing right here. The dude is about to cream his pants because everyone's clapping for him. But now, moments later, when this guy is about the vice chairman of whatever his fucking name is, Liu He, when he gets to Li Keqiang buttons his jacket, he buttons his coat because he's preparing to stand, right? All of us that have been going to weddings in their 20s and 30s know that when you want to button your jacket, I don't really button my jacket, but when you want to, you do it when you stand. So Li Keqiang will make the movement to button his jacket because he's going to stand, but he's also hesitant because he doesn't know if he should stand, because he knows if he stands, then these other guys might reflexively start giving him applause. If they give him applause, he knows that Xi Jinping's not going to be happy. Okay? So let's watch this unfold.
中共中央政治局常委、国务院总理李克强同志，中共中央政治局常委。
Oh, so awkward. Do you see this? He didn't know whether or not to stand, and the host knows because Xi Jinping already told the host, yo, do not. Actually, you know what? Xi Jinping probably didn't even tell the host. The host probably just knows Xi Jinping's fragile little ego, and that he better not allow applause to happen for anybody else other than himself. And so the host goes right into it. Li Keqiang doesn't know what to do, so he just stands up because people start clapping. The people that were clapping immediately go, oh shit. How does Xi Jinping react?
国务院副总理韩正同志，
So tense. Look at Li Keqiang's body language.
中共中央政治局常委、国务院副总理韩正同志。
Look at Li Keqiang's body language. Look how rigid and stiff this guy is, man. Look at this. Yes, wandering mind. What type of man is Xi Jinping? I ask you guys, right? What type of man is Xi Jinping? Let's go further in this Taiwanese news show. I want to do my shows when I go to Taiwan. This is all I want to do. I just want to go. You know how comedians go on morning shows here? I want to go on all these Taiwan boomer shows. The Taiwanese boomers. I just want to go on this show
完全不合了。
Yeah.
and just be super irreverent.
对，这个就是因为这个他可能就因为在开那个什么人大
There it is. Look at Xi Jinping's facial expressions. Dude, if I'm a director and I ask you guys to get on camera and act as if you really care so much about face that the guy that is directly below you in your position getting applause is enough to irritate you so much that you can only take it out on your lips and cheeks, how irritated you are. Do you think you could act this as well as Xi Jinping has actually behaved here? Let's watch it again.
常会的时候，他们就会介绍，因为这个他可能就说，因为在开那个什么人大常会的时候，他们就会什么同志一个个。
What is that? What is that? I ask, what does that body language say? You know what that body language reminds me of? That reminds me of like she's talking back to me again. The cops have already come over. I've already gotten taken to the station once this month. But you know what? She just keeps talking to me. She's really pissing me off. God damn it. Right here. It's like an out of control redneck. And that's honestly what Xi Jinping reminds me of, is an out of control redneck. Don't for one second, I'm Mike Tyson, don't for one second think that all rednecks have to be white. Rednecks can be every color, including Asian. OMG, why she cares so much about face? His ego is that childish. Yes. So isn't that video so revealing about who Xi Jinping is and about how he views Li Keqiang and how he views any admiration of Li Keqiang? So right now, there's so many people where Li Keqiang is from, Hefei province, which, by the way, if you've never been, totally go, lovely place. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's like the Missouri of China. It's awful. it's particularly awful. I do not suggest Hefei or anywhere in Hefei, unless you're super into history. There's some good history spots there. But I just got distracted by thinking about how shitty Hefei is. I had to go to Hefei to host an event, dude. It was pretty brutal. I also had to go there to go to a nightclub event where they just wanted white people that were speaking Chinese to go to the opening of this nightclub. Yeah, I've had some events in Hefei. But anyway, Hefei right now, where Li Keqiang is from, as well as other places all around Hefei, there's so many flowers and pictures and all this stuff that people are using to express their mourn, to express the loss of Xi Jinping. And I think it's important for us to note that despite what Wandering Mind said when this stream started, despite I completely agreeing with what Wandering Mind is saying here, I think it's important to note that showing support for Li Keqiang is a way to stick it to Xi Jinping. Because you know that man does not like Li Keqiang. And you know he's envious of the attention that Li Keqiang gets. Okay, every organization and school across China has gotten group WeChat messages that are sent in mass to inform people how to mourn Li Keqiang. Oh, did I say how to? I meant don't mourn Li Keqiang. If you mourn him, you have to copy and paste these words. You can only say this. You can't talk about this. It's like really rigid guidelines for how to mourn, which is typical. That's not new for the Communist Party of China. That's not new. They did it with all the floods and all this stuff like that. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit it harder than a South African bodyguard hits Xi Jinping's translator. This man is sick. Are you talking about Xi Jinping? Yes. He's sick in the head. You should show Xi's face and body language when Hu Jintao was dragged out. Nah, Xi Jinping he tried to numb himself there. So then this brings the question, which is definitely a conspiracy theory at this point, but we definitely can, let it tickle us. It's definitely worth considering, which is, did Li Keqiang really die of natural causes? But before we get to that, I want to finish what I was just trying to say, which was the point of showing support for Li Keqiang is because it pisses off Xi. And it's a way of showing dissatisfaction towards the current state of affairs under Xi Jinping's leadership. That's what it is. Okay. And that's what the mentality that I brought to the Li versus Xi beef when I went to the consulate general or embassy or whatever the fuck it's called in LA here. So this guy, with some big old fake titties. Okay, I'm sure Dustin has seen this one. This is a classic. If it was Lee, he might have faked my death, pieced out. Yeah, that would actually be the smart move. So this is a video that I did super early in my anti-CCP career. Really early. So early that I was maybe 188 pounds in this video, and I'm currently like 206 probably right now, which is a lot better than when I moved back to LA. I was 230. But you're about to see how much better in shape I was in this video. But I want to show you guys this video because this video got me on the front page of the last free-speaking Hong Kongese newspaper, the Apple Daily. Okay.
Right here, he's the premier of China, and he is all about reform. You're wearing a mask right now because the current president is a dictator. He crushes information. This guy is smarter than him, and right now they have an internal battle. So we are cheerleaders for him. 开始录了吗? Okay, what's up, guys? It's your boy Lola Farley. Today I'm in front of the Chinese embassy, the Consulate General in Los Angeles, California, because we're here to show our support for Mr. Keqiang. I've brought my very good-looking friend Adam Smith here today to help participate. We got to be careful about dropping around, though.
One beard and one less pair of pants away
From being also one less meth orgy away. So the Chinese Communist Party, they're actually existing.
So before I introduce this, I think this is so funny. One of the first times my lady here helped me translate subtitles was for this video. And I had to try and describe to her what I was saying because my friend was saying, "Did you see? There's so many homeless people in this part of LA. So many people. There's so many homeless people in this area." And my friend was coming, and Adam Smith, and he said, "I said, you see all the homeless people?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm a little less beard and maybe one pair less pants from joining them." And I said, "Yeah, also one more meth orgy, or one less meth orgy." As if he has to have like a meth orgy to join the homeless encampments here in LA. And I had to describe to my lady here what a meth orgy was, which I ask you guys, how do you describe a meth orgy to someone that English is not their first language? I think the best move is to play them the song. First of all, describe like that meth is super addictive or whatever. But then you have to play them that song by Third Eye Blind. It's like I can't sing it at all, but you guys know it. It's like da 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 da. Right? You guys know that song? Semi-Fine China Life, yeah, something like that. Semi-Charm Life. You guys never have actually looked at the lyrics of that song. It's about taking meth and having a meth orgy. Okay, so that is what I resorted to try and describe it. And let's see what you went with.
Also, what
you went 还溜个冰之后再搞个群批. It's like just like shoot up some meth afterwards. Have that, then you go directly into the orgy. You know, I know there's some Chinese student learners here, so I just want to make sure you guys get this. I want to make sure you guys get this key vocabulary. Okay, it's really important to me.
one less meth orgy away. So in the Chinese Communist Party, there actually exist multiple factions, but mainly there's two within it. One of them is the Hong Er Dai, they're the red second generation. They're the guys that got in via their relationship, their blood. The other guys got in mainly through the Communist Youth League, which means they're kind of smart. They're like sociopathic engineers almost. The guy we're rooting for is a part of the latter. And the guy that's currently...
That's 6% body fat, you guys. 6% body fat. Okay. I want you to know that's 6% body fat. I do want you to know that the bottom there is just a V. Okay. Just I hope that's important. I know it's important for you guys.
In charge of China, who fucking sucks and I hate Xi Jinping, is a part of the people that got in by his blood. I'm trying to stimulate Americans' curiosity about the Chinese government. On this earth, how many things can you not just Google and figure out, right? Yeah. If you want to know anything in this world, you can just Google it. But the Chinese government is so opaque. We know nothing about it. However, all of us are inside right now doing social distancing because of the Chinese government. So Americans, you guys got to learn about the Chinese government.
Okay, a few things. So first of all, this is what we call in the industry a premise. And I think it's a pretty damn good premise. And I thought of it when I was in traffic on the way home in LA. On a little bit of sativa, marijuana. Which was Americans need to know more about the Chinese government, but they don't pay attention to it. Well, what Americans pay attention to? Big boobies. All right, we'll combine big boobies and the Chinese government. And I love these outfits, but when I was going back and watching this video, dude, look at the fucking front here. I bought these outfits off of Amazon. In the front, it says Twin Peaks High School. Okay, obviously Twin Peaks is hilarious. Okay, Twin Peaks is obviously hilarious. But high school, ooh, that rubs off a little wrong, right? Don't you think it should be Twin Peaks University? Twin Peaks University? Because everybody at university is legal. If you're excited about Twin Peaks High School, you got a little bit of some issues, brother.
What is Twin Peaks
Twin
communism?
Peaks communism.
No, looks good. Okay. Low V. So it's high V, low V, clamp. So clean means go down.
Go down. So clean is down.
All right, we're trying to learn how to do this. By the way, another quick note here. This song that I used, this is a song that came from these old YouTube accounts that would put all these songs on and say copyright free. Hey, this is copyright free. Are you a new YouTuber and you need background music? Feel free to use our music. It's copyright free. And then a ton of people use it for years. And then after about 2 or 3 years, they copyright the music. And all the people that use those videos, the money of that video now goes to the people that own the copyright of the song. It is dirty. It's sly. But it's also a pretty good freaking idea to make money. And that's what happened with this song. So I hope you guys really enjoy this song, because it's not like I can monetize my stream, so it doesn't matter. But let's just keep watching. Look at this.
We're rooting for the premier of China over the president of China. Can't you tell? Hey, Lee, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Lee.
All right, this is where this video actually has a little bit of value here.
你现在戴口罩的原因就是因为习近平啊。
Okay, so first of all, in my young career, this is the first time that I have ever been confronted in a Chinese-speaking environment about the Chinese government. Okay, it's my first time. Okay, so she was like, I don't even remember what she said. She was like, actually, I don't know if she did whataboutism or she was like, do you know who that is? But let's keep on.
不是因为他是个独裁，他不提倡信息自由的川流，所以当病毒在武汉刚发生的时候，他们是不断的打压李文亮这样的声音，所以最后这个病毒才能传播到全世界。那来讲中文啊，没关系。不。
Okay. I'm not sure if this is the best way to debate people about Chinese politics, but I'm all for it. You can tell I'm still raw, though. You guys don't even know this about me, but I'm such a competitive mother effer that, like, as soon as I started planning on doing videos, like, changed my mind, where I had to debate Chinese people in Chinese, I, like, really prepared. Like, I would write out responses to answers that I knew that they would have, and then I would memorize them and record them and then listen to myself saying them, right? So I was much more prepared for those videos. This one, I'm kind of just like going on. I'm just kind of freestyling it. I still absolutely destroyed this woman's logic, obviously. Go on.
不，我要说的很清楚，病毒之所以能够传播到全世界，是习近平的锅，但是在美国能够死亡这么多人是特朗普的锅。所以我们现在年轻啊，我们年轻人最大的敌人是特朗普和细胞子。没有，因为我不觉得我们只要反共就能成功，我觉得必须得从党内改革。
So there you go. This is what.
你看，咱俩是同意的。
So she.
That woman just disagreed with.
She eventually agreed, and then when I told her that I think that we have to like make them, we have to promote internal strife within the Communist Party, and by the way, I still believe that as the only way to really bring down the Communist Party. She was like, "Yeah, I actually agree with that."
With me in the beginning when we spoke English, and I switched to Chinese to her, and she at the end said, "I agree with you, actually."
Really? Profits, just like telling you and me out there doing good for the world.
Just doing good things.
What do you got?
One cheer at a time.
You got any startup ideas?
For some reason, I find Adam Smith there so funny. He's pinching his fake boob. He's like, yeah, you got any startup ideas? While we have the premier of China's face behind us, and we're sitting in skirts. Dude, it's ridiculous. All right, but before we leave this video, I do want you guys to see ultimately what happened as a result of this video. Okay, your boy got on the Apple Daily in Hong Kong, which was the last free-speaking newspaper in Hong Kong, the Apple Daily. And you guys can't see it, but in the bottom right corner is me in the dress going like this, like that I have in my thumbnail for this. The thumbnail, you have that image there. I'm in a dress. And my mom, when she saw it, she was like, you know, I always thought that you would get on the front page of a newspaper, but I did not think that it would be like this. That you'd be in a fucking cheerleader outfit. Dude, too funny. How badass is that freaking cover, though, dude? It says, YouTube is our anti-CCP battleground. And it's me on the left, and then on the right is my boy, Inti, who we're going to have to bring on the channel sometime very soon. Inti just lives so far away. You guys got to understand, LA is like 3 or 4 metropolises in one. And Inti lives as far as he could away from me. Wait, what? The virus spread in LA because of Trump? Someone explain that. I didn't say in LA. I said Trump's mishandle of the virus response definitely caused it to be more out of control in America. That is what I thought at the time. Do I still think it today? I think that because Trump canceled or at least took the budget away for the for the pandemic response team, that a lot of responsibility falls on him. But having gone, I sent this video out. Let's look at the date on this one. I sent this video out June 25th, 2020. So in the last 4 years, do I think that if Trump locked down harder, it would have made a better effect? Honestly, probably fucking not. Probably not. But at the time, I was furious. Honestly, I don't know. I just think that Americans are unique in the fact that as soon as you tell Americans to put on a mask and stay inside, at least half of them are going to tell you to go fuck themselves. And if at least half of them tell you to go fuck yourselves, is it worth going through all that trouble? You know, it probably is if you're a 70-year-old with like lung issues. But I don't know. I didn't really. When I went to Taiwan last year and they still had to make me wear masks everywhere I went, I wanted to scream. I said, I'm not going back to Taiwan until they fucking get rid of this COVID shit. I'm so done with this. But I think that this is still worth it right there. And that is it, framed in my parents' basement right now. Framed in the basement. Oh, I did it, Mom. Oh, I did it, Mom. You know, it makes me, sometimes it's like, it's hard to reflect on that period of time in my life because I didn't really have a lot of pressure. And I was thinking about that during my Chinese stream this morning. I was like, you know what? This is the time where my least amount of my audience is online. I don't really have a ton of stuff like prepared or whatever, but at the same time, I haven't streamed in like 2 or 3 weeks on there. And then eventually I was like, dude, wait, if this was like 3 years ago when I did this video, I would definitely just do it. Like I would just stream. I mean, back in the day when I was just starting to blow up, I would stream really high and sometimes even drunk. And I would do it whenever I want. And I like that freedom. Sometimes I miss that freedom of just being like, fuck it, I'll start a stream right now. Who cares? You know, but then as you get more subscribers and stuff, you feel like you have a bigger amount of pressure on your shoulders, which honestly is probably the incorrect way to think about it. And that's eventually what I concluded today. when I streamed. And you know what? As soon as I was about to start streaming, did you see this in the chat box? Chinese audience members were like, "Why would you stream right now? All your audience is asleep." It's like they just don't even think for a second. Hey, maybe where I live, this is the best time to stream. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You should have gotten up 4 or 5 hours ago. You're not an American unless you tell the government to fuck off on a recurring basis. Dude, have you guys seen? You guys got to watch Shane Gillis' new stand-up set. Shane Gillis is really good. First of all, he does the best Trump impression I've seen in all of comedy. I don't think many comedians do Trump well at all. And he also has a great Biden joke too, where he says like Biden is after he stops in his speech, he becomes a rhombus. You know those vacuum cleaners, the circle ones that clean themselves when they run into walls. Dude, I can't even watch Biden's speeches at this point in my life. I can't watch them because it's so, he's just so old and it's really rough, dude. Sometimes it feels like I'm watching my grandma, who just also moves the same way. I have a joke in my stand-up comedy set. I said Biden looks like an extra from The Walking Dead. Dude, that joke kills, but babe, that joke on Thursday didn't kill. It didn't kill. Dude, it was the first time I've done that joke like 15 times and it fucking kills every time. And it fell pretty flat on Thursday. I don't get it. Hey, Thursday though, it still went decent. You know, I haven't had a bad stand-up show in a really long time. So that's it really for what I wanted to show you guys with Li Keqiang. That I think that in summary, showing support of him feels like sticking your middle finger to Xi Jinping. And there's really not a lot of ways that you can do that. Xi Jinping is like pretty careful to try and control how people know, like where he's vulnerable. You know what I mean? He's very aware of that, and they try and control it. Like he clearly doesn't like being compared to cartoon bears, and he clearly doesn't like Li Keqiang. So that is kind of, that's the overwhelming support that you see in the anti-CCP community. I think it's coming from there. Aruba, when will be a Chinese stream? Chinese stream was this morning, dude. 我已经做中文直播了，但是明后天可以再次直播，没有问题。Speaking of streaming, what happened Thursday night? Oh, during my stand-up? The stand-up, I'm not going to record my stand-ups until I'm ready to fucking put those out, right? I'm just getting reps. What I am going to do in the future, though, is more crowd work as I get more consistent spots. It's a great special. Oh, you're talking about Shane Gillis. Yeah, he's great. Why is it hard for non-native Chinese speakers to say yuan? All right, we're just in the last little 15 minutes here of this stream. We'll just freestyle with questions here. Do you guys see this? I was thinking of getting some Miller Lite Tall Boys, crushing some Miller Lite Tall Boys with you guys during this stream. But then I was like, you know what? I've come so far with this weight loss. I better just keep going. Don't stop now. And you know what? It's not that hard for me to resist alcohol. You know what it is hard for me to resist? Fucking Korean donuts, dude. Have you guys had these mochi nut donuts? Yo, they're so fucking good. It's ridiculous. The ube one is unreal. And there's one that's right outside where we live. And it's the biggest challenge maybe of my life. Ever since learning the second tone in Chinese, probably then it's resisting Korean donuts. Pottinger says Xi Jinping will die in office. What do you think, Lily? Yeah, definitely. I don't know how Xi Jinping leaves office, whether it's in a body bag or in handcuffs, right? Because he's not going to leave willingly. Xi Jinping has fucked over too many people in the Chinese Communist Party to leave willingly. He's not going to do that. Even if he doesn't want to be chairman right now, even if he doesn't want to be a dictator, he has no choice at this point. Dude, you're already too deep. Because I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep up above in my head. Instead of going under. I suck. I'm a rapper. I can't sing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to put you guys through that. Oh, or Huawei. Oh, Huawei. Whoa. Hey, China, something just happened to the camera.
What happened?
I don't know. What does the camera say? Look at the camera.
Oh, he's blacked out.
Hey, guys, 1 second. Something happened to my camera.
See if I can get it started.
I have the face. This is my computer camera now. Guys, 1 second. I'm having to use my webcam camera because my camera just, I think, overheated.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it overheating? God damn it. That means we're going to have to end the stream. All right, guys, we're going to have to end the stream because my camera's overheating. Oh, you were watching the stream? Darren, that's so funny because I told her to turn off the stream when I went up. No, he didn't hijack it. I told her not to. I said, don't record me. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. And thank God I did because there was a lot of, I don't know if it was my audience. Even though I still give myself a good grade, I don't think it was my audience per se. The mochi donuts start in Japan? Whoa, bro. Are you serious? The Japanese out here killing it. Oh, Xi Jinping is suffering from Putin problem. Too powerful, too many enemies made. Can't quit peace. Oh, yeah, that's the other issue is Xi Jinping also, he doesn't, I think he knows that Putin is in a really bad spot physically. And I think that he's like, yo, I better fucking start in America. I better get back together with America because my life is about to get fucked. Oh, man. Looks fine with the computer's camera. Oh, that's really kind of you. You guys are thinking, how's my chest look? Looks fine. When he shuts down your cam. No, I left the camera on today after the Chinese stream. I fucked up. Thanks, agreed. Lila, can you tell us more funny stories about your time in China? I like story time. There was like 40 or less watching us. Wimp J/K. Oh, yeah, 40 or less. You talking about on the stream or are you talking about in person? In person, there was definitely less than 40. Dude, Darren D, Double D, let me tell you, it don't matter if there's 2 people in the audience. You still got to do it as if there's 2,500 people in the audience. It's about getting reps. You know, you got to get reps. Got to get reps. The stream, yeah, looks fine for a stream. All right, we'll do one more funny story before we end here. What funny story should we do? What funny story should we do? Everyone seems to like drugs in China. Seems to be a rather popular topic. I think I already told you guys though about my friend with the tones, and his one tone's not correct. I told you guys when I got. Oh yeah, I'll tell you guys the time we went to this nightclub. We went to this nightclub. I don't even remember where it was because my Chinese was so bad. I just know it was in Hefei. It was me and 4 friends. Me, 1 American, 2 Americans, 2 English lads, and 1 Australian lad. And we went to a nightclub because it was a promotional event. And this is how stupid we were at the time. We didn't even ask for money. We're like, you're going to pay for our hotel and you're going to give us free alcohol? We'll get on a 3-hour drive, a 3-hour car to go to this fucking event. Little did we know that the hotel that they got us was horrible. That the free liquor they gave us was horrible. And that the nightclub that we went to was like a bunch of like women that were hired to be there. Were they prostitutes? I do not think so at all. I think that they were like girls literally just paid to like be there and make the club just in the same way that foreigners were there to make it seem less shitty. And we, drank a ton of fake alcohol and had maybe the worst hangover of my life. I don't know if you guys have gotten hammered from fake alcohol, but it's just loaded in sugar. It's like tea and whiskey, but it's just so much sugar. And that second day was literally one of the hardest days in my life, but it was definitely the hardest hangover that I've ever seen. One of my friends, the English guy, this English lad, and he was like almost unconscious. I mean, we had to like carry his body into this car to take us back all the way to Nanjing. And it was so disgusting and gray out and just, ugh. There is nothing worse for a hangover than a typically shitty, polluted day in China.
Oh, did you see the photo I sent you today on WhatsApp?
What?
Look at it. It's like Beijing's pollution, air pollution.
But I think everybody's aware of how bad that air pollution can get. All right, let's say, all right, you really want us to look at it? It better be the best goddamn photo I've ever seen. What is it? So they're just showing the white. Oh my Christ. This is what my lungs look like, dude. Oh my God.
It was like half an hour walking from home from the hospital.
Oh God. Let me show you this, guys. Ooh, that's so gross. Honestly, that's like pretty disgusting. Okay. All right, let's show you guys this. So this is what my lady here is asking me to show you guys, which is Beijing air pollution. So here it says, this is, wait, oh my God. So this woman is wearing what, brand new shoes?
Yeah, like white shoes.
And she walked for half an hour? Oh my God.
Almost from hospital to home.
All right, she walked for half an hour from the hospital to home. And this is what, oh God damn it. I'm so sorry, guys. That's the wrong photo. And this is what her shoes look like after half an hour. Sir, that's the floor. So what she's trying to look at is to show us these two camel toe shoes, which are so correct. Pentacle. It's disgusting. And yeah, so it's not a time lapse, is it? It's just the difference of pure white versus this disgusting brownish reddish thing, which is honestly probably how my lungs look after living in Beijing. That was the worst part about Beijing. That's why I had to leave.
And the Finland people were talking about, why are you guys like connecting with politics? There's nothing to do with politics.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you talk about air quality and stuff. Dude, have you guys ever been to r/China life on Reddit? It's all these foreigners living in denial about China. Like people always say Beijing air quality, it's getting better. How the fuck do you know it's getting better? How do you know? How do you know? You don't fucking know. You have no idea. Even if the official numbers are indicating that it's getting better, you have no idea. There were days in China where the PM10 was not that high, but the PM2.5 was super high. And it was like, yo, there's blue skies out. I think we're good to go. Because PM2.5 is so small. The ignorance that China, actually, I was telling my lady about this was, I started to get good at arguing in China because I would wear a fucking gas mask that I've shown you guys before. And Chinese people would be like, "有点夸张吧? Hey, isn't that a little much?" And I'd be like, do you know what PM RDL? Do you know what the PM 2.5? Do you know what that 2.5 is referring to? No, not a single one knew. It's like the width, it's like the nanometer width of the particle of pollution. And it's like 1/1,000,000th of a fucking hair. No, it's like 100,000th of a hair. Actually, I don't know. It's like a really small fraction of a hair follicle. And these people are like, no, dude, if you're inside with the window slightly open, or no, inside with the window closed, which, by the way, I don't know if you've ever lived in China, but when you close the windows, you can tell by how awful the sound is that there's definitely still a lot of air pockets going through. And Chinese people would be like, dude, I don't think it's that bad, bro. It's like, yeah, you actually have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, dude. Any Academy bloopers? I definitely have Academy bloopers. Bathtub liquor, fake alcohol. All Chinese nightclubs and bars have hired women there just to sit down and drink your booze, or foreigners to sit down and drink your booze. Which, by the way, was pretty easy for your boy, even if I wasn't being paid or not, or whatever. Even if I wasn't hired to do it. When I was in China, it was as simple as, 你好，你现在在喝的这个酒是什么样的酒？是什么品牌的？ Something like that. I would just ask, like, yo, what are you drinking? What's the brand? Something like that. And all of these, especially like drunk Chinese men, how many of them were gay? Probably 30%. Would just be like, oh my God, you speak Chinese, dude. Take a seat. Let's take shots until you're so blacked out that you can barely move. I'm 9 years sober, totally worth it. Darren, the question is, how sober? I can understand being sober from alcohol, amphetamines, but hallucinogens, are you sober from those too? Because those are pretty great. Even alcohol is fake. Lol. Jeez, the time lapse. I had one hangover and it forever tainted my soul. I mean, the hangovers these days, that's actually probably the biggest reason I don't drink, is because once you get over 27, 28, those hangovers, it's a 2-day hangover. Do you look at Xiaohongshu sometimes? Wait, the camel toe, yes. Yikes and cringe. This taking away a few decades off your life. Oh, for sure. I think people estimated it. I don't remember how they estimated it, but they said living in Beijing was like smoking 40 cigarettes a day. It's all right. Don't wear white shoes in China and don't bring pink lungs to China. Chinese nightmare. Winter is a nightmare. Yes. In the winter in Beijing, you have points where you stick out your hand and your hand is a little fuzzy in front of you. It's like,
And there are people running marathon in Beijing.
and people run marathons in Beijing. People run marathons in Beijing. Did you talk about the girl in Seattle who fled back in China after drunk driving? No, because I don't know enough about it. I just looked at it. Try our real China for real life. No, real China IRL is not bad. China IRL is also not bad, but they're kind of dicks with people that like other meme subreddits. Inside with Windows sounds so much worse. AI China's the worst hearth on the whole planet. I wonder if you mean, I don't know what worth. Is that like a word that I'm not aware of? It looks like hearth, like a hearthstone. China's economic growth came at the expense of environment and human rights, thanks to the CCP. Yes, exactly. It's exactly what it is. And a small amount of Chinese people profited off selling the environment to, let's be honest, the rest of the world, mostly Western countries. Like Western countries benefited greatly from China's pollution. We got cheaper goods, cheaper labor. You know, the thing is that when your environment is shit, it eventually starts to cost you a lot of money in the long term because you're trying to like just fix problems. It's like trying to plug holes in a dam with your fingers. You know what I mean? And also you lose out so much with tourism too. Mostly caffeine and alcohol. Oh, that's good. I'm trying to get a little bit away from caffeine because it makes me way too much. I'd rather not be sober. Reality sucks ass. Wandering mind. That is very fair. I always joke to my lady here that I say, if nothing works out, then I'll just go back to my parents' house, live in the basement, and be really hardcore World of Warcraft player. Start my own guild. Just say, fuck it. Fuck it, dude, I'm out. Lula, I'm here. Walila. Coal plants go burr at the cost of the future debt, too. Yes, yes, and yes. Well, that's going to be it, guys. I hope your Sunday was as eventful as mine. 2 streams and 1 song. Not bad. We'll let it play. I was originally going to record more of my music video today, but yeah, the location, that's another huge story, but just the location really wasn't worth your bang for your buck. Are any NBA players shilling now? Not like openly, but everyone definitely does to a certain degree. Gnome, punters, horde, PvP guild. Let's go. What are you talking about? If I ever start a World of Warcraft, guild, it's gonna be called like the Communist Party or something. It's gonna be called. Everything will have to do with communism, and I will be the chairman. We'll have eunuchs too. Maybe it'll be like Imperial China, Qing Dynasty China. We could do that in the future, but maybe not with WoW. We'll see. BlizzCon is in 2 weeks, and they're going to announce something, so we'll see where they take it. Lila, how do you open a conversation in Chinese in the U.S., especially when they don't expect you to speak it? I just make them shit their pants. I literally will just say it, and sometimes it's just for the simple fact I want to translate. I just want to communicate more quickly because I can tell the Chinese person is struggling with English. And so if it's like a delivery guy or if I'm like out at a restaurant or something, I just really go right into Chinese. And sometimes I go into it so fluidly. The Chinese person's like, oh, 是的, 是的, 是的. Wait. They kind of don't realize that I'm speaking Chinese. And then they're like, wait a second. It does not compute. What is happening here? It's crazy, dude. Whenever we go to restaurants, man, it becomes the talk of the whole restaurant. I bet you're fucking sick of it by now. I bet you're getting sick of it. I bet it's irritating for you.
Okay.
Right? You just don't like it because the passion and the enthusiasm that I get from Chinese people, you never see from Chinese people when you're not with me, right? You rarely can see that yourself, right? That's why I always tell people, like, I see a different side of Chinese people because for some reason they feel a little bit more comfortable with me to be like, yo, Xi Jinping does kind of suck. They don't think I'm going to report him. Wood of Warcraft is for boomers. Yeah, it's true. Boomers and old millennials. The Red Guard. Ooh, that's not bad. StarCraft fans unite. I played StarCraft back in the day. 我都睡醒了，你还在播呢？ I'm doing English stream now. All right, you guys. See you later. Have a great night, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.